All right, so we're back because apparently there's some character named Peter Kavinsky. That you desperately want to talk about.
Yes, I do.
Before we continue, go smooth right there.
All the track stations are ready.
So where we left off, she was sending letters to people, several of them. Some of them don't work out, but there's one letter that goes to a guy named Peter
Kavinsky, Peter K.
So fill me in on Peter K.
So he's a jock. He's on the, I believe, varsity or...
Let me guess. Anyway. He's a beautiful human being.
Of course he is.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Good God.
He's like an angel.
So she sends out these letters. He gets it. Is he immediately available to accept her advances?
So going back, he is on the lacrosse team. He is dating Lara Jean's ex-best friend. Her name's Genevieve, but they call her Jen. And they have been dating for many years since they were younger. But it's like at the same time as he's getting the letter, him and Jen are breaking up. Or they broke up because she dumped him for a college guy.
Okay, so she's moved on.
Bad move.
Her best friend has moved on from this guy.
Yeah, her ex-best friend. She's
and an ex-best friend too. Okay.
Yeah.
So she has no real need to hide her feelings for this boy then.
No, I mean, she didn't know that. The day that he comes to talk to her is when she also finds out that they broke up. Not because of the letter, but because Genevieve or Jen, she dumps him for a college guy. So he kind of goes up to Lara Jean.
Those college guys, man, they're always cutting in on your action.
Just can't help it. I'm pretty sure he was like a good-looking lad.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that everyone in here is an Abercrombie and Finch model.
No.
Is there anybody that she falls in love with that is just like a super dork?
Yes, Josh.
Fat.
No.
Balding.
No.
No? She likes men with hair and that are fit, I'm sure.
I mean, cute guys, nerdy guys is fine. But nobody in the book particular is overweight or whatever.
But Peter K is a jock.
Yes, he's a jock, but he's not like your typical one. Like, he's kind of like a douche here and there with certain things. But for the most part, and as you read the series, he turns into like this really nice person.
So he's like a lovable rogue.
Yeah. Okay.
Such a stereotype.
No,
right.
But you learn more of his background, like his family background.
So he's like this, like kind of like brash guy, rough around the edges. But if you dig a little bit deep, he's got a soft inner core.
No, extremely soft.
Oh, God.
He is not as confident as he pretends to be.
I'm way better looking than that guy.
It's because he has a lot of issues going on at home, things like that. And
his father abuses him?
No, his father left them and started a new family.
Why couldn't he be abused like normal children?
God, because then maybe he'd be different.
So he's not abused, but he's got some kind of
emotional issues. Because his dad left, and for a young guy like that, when your dad is not in your life, like I'm sure that hits a spot. And he has a younger brother and his mom, so he's kind of like the man of the family.
So is somebody forcing him to be in sports?
No, he's actually, because he's a jock, he's maybe not the brightest person, so he's using that to get a scholarship to go to college.
So he's a dum-dum.
He's not dumb. He's a very smart young man.
So you're saying that he goes through the most evolution through the book?
Yeah, he does. And, they both do. I feel like, definitely not in the first book, but throughout the stories, you definitely see a growth with both Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky, and they kind of get to know each other so much where it makes sense that they love each other.
So what's his initial reaction to getting this letter?
Oh.
So at first he was just like, I am not interested in you. I am trying to get back with Jen. Like, this is not going to happen.
Oh, so he's in love with Jen and he really wants that to work out.
Yeah, so he's
like, I appreciate your letter, but please back off while I try to fix
Exactly,
the situation.
and he said that too. He's like, I'm flattered, but like...
Is she an uggo? Is Lara Jean an uggo?
I don't think she is. She never really explains too much of what she looks like, I guess. I know she's Asian, Korean, but I don't know.
So there's not a moment where she like looks into the mirror and then has to describe her features for
Right,
the
no.
audience.
But
I
she
hate
does
those
have-
moments in YA novels.
But she does have a really good sense of style, and I'm sure she
course.
has some sort of a
I'm
confidence
sure she
about
goes
her.
to school all dressed up with makeup and high heels every single day.
Actually, she doesn't wear that much makeup, which she does point out in the book to his
So when
younger
you were
brother.
going to high school, did you get dressed up every single day to where you had makeup on and it was like you were on a Disney Channel set? Is that what you look like?
No, but I did try. I did try my best.
I put in a good effort.
Did. But no, I mean, she has really good style, things like that. So, and he did at some point like her. So even though he's kind of telling her like, it's not going to happen, like I still want to get back with what's her face and, you know, you and I, it's cool, like, but no. But she uses him, like they kind of use each other. He uses her to get back at Jen so she would want to get back with him. But Lara Jean uses Peter to make sure Josh is like, oh, you're not really interested in
So
me.
Lara Jean uses Tommy K, Peter K. So Lara Jean uses Peter K to let Josh and her older sister know that she's not interested in Josh. And then Lara Jean uses Peter K, or no, Peter K also uses Lara Jean to
Lara Jean.
try to get Janine back, Genevieve back. And then they accidentally fall in love because they're pretending to be in love, and then that always happens.
Of course it always happens.
That's how love
Genius.
happens.
That's how life happens. Yes, they fall in love accidentally because they start to really,
Because the best love is accidental love.
no, because they're not really like in a committed relationship.
How can they be?
have
They're
like
in
this
high school.
freeness. I know, but they have like this freeness, and they know that they can just be each other because they're pretending.
When I was in high school, I was deeply in love with a bologna sandwich once. It then proceeded to write me a love letter secretly that was mailed to me. And then I had to break it off with this bologna sandwich because it was getting way too deep.
Oh my God. Jesus. What is that? Why?
So do they fall in love like right at the end and that's like the happily ever after story? Or
It's not
do they
happily
fall in
ever
love,
after,
in
so-
the middle?
I mean, it's more towards like the middle end is when, no, like the middle is when he starts to have feelings for her. I think it was more on his part than it was on hers. Because I think even though she kind of like ended the relationships in her goodbye letter, her goodbye love
She
letters.
also wrote goodbye letters?
No, I mean, because they were kind of like goodbyes to those loves.
Oh, I see.
So even though she kind of like ended it with him, she didn't really. So she's
Yeah.
kind of liked him this whole time.
So none of these letters actually served their purpose then.
Yeah, I
of
mean, you
ending
know.
the relationship with these people that didn't even know they were in relationships with her.
exactly.
It didn't work.
Exactly. Because, I mean, and also it doesn't help that he's super cute and, you know, amazing to be around.
Peter K is super cute.
Of course. And
Amazing to be
in the
around.
movie, Noah Centineo, I think they, oh my God, they totally casted that perfectly.
So
You could make
Who's
that the
Noah?
whole screen too.
how does it?
Noah
So we have another
Centineo.
character. Did he
No.
receive a letter?
No, yes, because he's Peter Kavinsky. He plays Peter Kavinsky in
Oh,
the movies.
Noah something or other is the
Centineo,
actor.
yes, is the actor, and
Oh, I
he's
see.
perfect. So if you imagine just him throughout the whole book, that's Peter Kavinsky right there.
Okay. Is that what did you watch the movie first?
Yes.
You watched the movie first and then read
Yes.
the book. Okay, so you always had the image of the actors
Mm-hmm.
when you were reading the book.
But I feel like just Noah Centineo and Lara Condor, who are the two main characters, I think that's exactly who I would imagine in the books.
So Lara Jean is the protagonist.
Yep.
Is there a secondary main character? Is that Peter K?
Yes, it's Peter Kavinsky.
Okay, and so if we can distill this very complicated and emotional book down, it's basically a love story of her and Peter K.
Yes.
Okay, so Peter K is basically the villain that emotionally murders her.
Just never fight again, okay?
No, but I mean they do have like an off and on relationship because
Of course
this
they do,
wasn't.
and that's what I meant. I'm sure at one point they fell in love, and then that love was shattered.
Of course
and
it
now
was.
they must go their own ways, find out who they are as a person, and then come together and then fall in love once again by mending fences.
Yes, because the relationship started off in an odd way to begin with. I mean, and then they both start having real feelings and situations make things complicated, and then they're on and off, on and off.
Women.
Tell me about it.
And then also they're growing as, young adults. And
What's the time frame in the book? Is it just like a couple of months?
I feel like it's over the course of their 11th grade year.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the next book picks up towards like the end of 11th going into 12th.
So we started this video because there was a desperate need to talk about Peter Kay. Do you feel like we've covered Peter Kay well enough?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You could probably rant about Peter Kay for an hour is what you're saying.
I guess it would, yeah. Maybe
So-
more Noah Centineo, but yeah.
So in the comments below, let us know how long you can rant about Peter Kay / Noah Centineo. Let us know what's your favorite character from the book. Aretha will be down there commenting as well, telling you how wrong you are or how right you are if you are in love with Peter Centineo.
Peter Centineo, Noah Centineo / Peter Kavinsky. Boom.
Like and subscribe.
All the track tapes are ready.